Hi guys, welcome to the Oasis Healing Temple. So I know it's been a while since I've done a reading. It's going to take me a little bit of time to get back and forth into my studio because it is spring and it's growing season here on the farm, so we're a little bit busier than usual. So just bear with me as I get some of these messages out. So in today's reading, I wanted to get some messages from Source to just give some guidance for the path that we are all on, any information, any support that is being offered today. And we're going to do that by choosing one of these cards. And this is a mini deck of doors. So I wanted to have you all choose a door to enter for your reading. And we will pull the cards for your piles during your reading. So we'll do those on camera this time. And change it up. Alright, pile number 2. What door is going to be offered to pile number 2? This one. And pile number 3. Alright, this one jumped out. Okay, let me go ahead and sync up your crystal with your card. Alright, pile number 1, you have the Door of Sovereignty, and that is with the Milky Quartz star. Okay. For pile number 2, you have the Door of Protection with the Rose Quartz. And for pile number 3, you have the Door of Discovery, and that is with Jasper, red Jasper. Okay, so if you need more time to meditate, just pause the video. The timestamps are going to be listed in the description box below. Let me make sure these are centered before I close the reading. Or before you pause it, I don't want you to have to look at crooked cards. That would drive me crazy. Okay. Pause the video. The timestamps will be listed in the description box below, and I'll see you all at your readings. Welcome to your reading, pile number 1. So you guys were drawn to the Door of Sovereignty, and the purpose for this reading was to get some messages and guidance from Source Creator, the higher powers, to guide you on your journey at the time that you were tuning into the reading. So what your card says is the Door of Sovereignty, self-determination, liberty, freedom, free will, and release. And we have this bird and this cage, and the door is open and the light is shining in, and then there's this new doorway that's waiting for you, this new portal, a new beginning, something new. I feel like you have freed yourself from something of the past. You have maybe cleared out some programs, some perspectives that you have. Maybe you're starting to see things a little bit more clearly. I feel like, yeah, you've held yourself to a certain place of maybe perfection or something that has been limiting you, you know, any kind of belief system that has made you feel trapped or stuck. There's a blockage that's been removed. And now there's going to be forward movement. So you're about to see some forward movement in your life. Paired with this, it's almost like clear and milky at the same time. So I feel like there's this balance that's coming in for you, a redistribution of balance, and having that connection of heart and mind, being on the same page, because this is, the Milky Quartz is a feminine energy and the clear quartz is the masculine energy. So I feel like you've been working on clearing the mind, taming the ego, and standing in your truth, seeing things from a different perspective, having more clarity on life. And yeah, I feel like you've been setting those healthy boundaries for others and for yourself, listening to how you feel and not ignoring the body, not ignoring your emotions. I feel like you've been really getting to the core of them. And this one has a little bit of golden healer inclusion. So yeah, there's a lot of healing that's been taking place. And now you're coming into a position where you feel, you know, some burdens being released. You feel a shift in the energy. You feel a little bit more freer, like there's more movement in not only your energy, but in your life. Yeah, that's amazing. I'm so happy for you. Congratulations. What a great door to be stepping into, you know. All right, so I'm going to get some of the some tarot cards for you. And these are the Mermaid Tarot. So this one wanted to stay to the table. So we're going to go ahead and take that one. All right, pile number 1, please. Some messages from Source Creator. Get this one. Nice. Let's get one more. Oh, 2 more. Pile number 1. Alright, I'll take those. Alright, let's go ahead and get your other cards. We'll set those here. Let's get some oracle cards for you. Alright, this one wanted to come out. Let's get one more. I believe this one has guides and guardians. I'm not sure. Number 1, please. Messages from Source. Just a few more piles over here. A few more cards. Pile number 1. Alright. And let's get a couple of forest spirits. Okay, wow. All right. And let's get you a crystal guide. Pile number 1. There we go. Okay, let's take a look. Messages from Source. Ooh, we have the 10 of Pentacles with luck. Yay. Okay. We have loyalty with the Knight of Pentacles. Okay. So you definitely have some forward movement. You know, things are definitely grounding into this reality here. Blessings coming in. Ooh, look, and we have balance coming out to qualify that balance I felt in this one here. Oh, yes. There was some heartache. We have the Star, and we have the Page of Pentacles with opportunity. Hope and opportunity. Okay. Let's rearrange these cards a little bit. Page of Pentacles. Yes. You've been working very, very hard, and you've been very dedicated and committed to this journey, to this healing, to redistributing that balance between the masculine and feminine. You've had to work through a lot of pain in your heart, a lot of things that you've been through, and you are now heading in a direction where opportunities are going to be coming in. There's more excitement, more happiness, more blessings. Like this is your destiny, you know, a wish come true, and luck is on your side. So something, yeah, that you've been working very, very hard for is about to be presented to you. There's an opportunity coming in. an opportunity for this healing, for this redistribution of balance, for this healing of the heart here. Yeah, you are learning to stand in your sovereignty, you know, in your truth, honoring your emotions, honoring how you feel. Yeah, we have the Page and the Knight of Pentacles, this offering, this gift, something that's coming your way. We have these sea turtles, you know. I feel like you have been deep diving, going into your heart, healing those wounds, shining your light, giving your love, nurturing yourself. And then we have this mermaid who's swimming back up to shore, you know, coming from the depths and returning back to the surface. That freedom that's coming in for you, of having let go of the hurt, moving forward. Not as in like forgetting or denying that it was your experience, but coming to the place of acceptance and learning how to nurture your heart and overcome what you've been through, and understanding that that is what has created the beautiful light that you are, the person that you are, and that you have learned a lot from those experiences, and it's time for you to move forward and free yourself from this past, from this pain. Yeah, I feel like the work that you've been doing is something that is, you know, it's generational healing. It's something that may have been passed down generationally, like a behavior or the way that you have been taught, you know, to give and receive love, or when to shine your light and be your unique self. You have been coming to a place of understanding and learning that you are the one who is meant to bring that change, even though what you went through, your experiences were very hurtful. You've had to make some hard choices in your life, and you've had to, you know, have compassion for yourself and the other individuals involved in your heartache, you know, and understanding the lessons that you were learning, that this was something that maybe was in your contract, and you chose to come into this type of environment through, you know, and have these experiences, and through these experiences you've learned, you know, what you needed to heal yourself, to give to yourself, even how to love yourself, and how to have respect, how to demand respect in relationships, and how to have a healthy relationship with yourself even through this experience. Because a lot of people, you know, the way that we talk to ourselves, or we criticize ourselves, or hide our truth, you know, because we're afraid of being accepted or understood, so we kind of hide our light a little bit. And I feel like you've been doing a lot of that healing work, and you are now coming to a place where you are starting to feel safe and comfortable shining your light, expressing your truth, standing in your truth, honoring how you feel, taming the ego, you know, understanding that the ego has come from a place of pain, and it's a version of you from your childhood, and you've been healing that inner child and doing that work. And now I feel like you are coming to a place where there's this new door that's opening up for you, and it's a place of abundance and opportunities. So let's take a look and see what the oracle cards want to say. We have Earth Guardian, stay rooted and grounded. Okay. Keep tapping into your intuition. Make sure that you're keeping that balance between the masculine and feminine energies, that balance with the heart and the mind, using both and applying both when making choices, when making decisions. Yeah, listen to your heart. Be guided by your heart, but use your intuition when you're making some choices here. But I feel like, yeah, you are grounding this, a new foundation, something new. Like you're seeding more opportunity, more love, more healthy relationships, even within your own lineage here. You brought some healing to your family. And it was part of your purpose, the part of your reason for incarnating here. We have the arrow. Surround yourself with protective energy. Okay. I feel like Archangel Raphael is coming through in this reading. I feel his presence, especially through this card here. And with surrounding yourself with protective energy, I feel like the angels are around you right now, providing protection for this new direction that you're going into. And I feel like there's something maybe that you need to focus on, or something you've been focusing on. And I feel like, yeah, this is that connection between the spiritual and the physical realm. The heart and the mind balance here. And being loyal to your truth, to yourself. That's also coming through here. And protecting your heart space, protecting your energy from being around these type of individuals who maybe they're not quite your vibe, you know, and it's hard sometimes when some individuals are your family. You know, we love our families, but we don't necessarily feel like we fit into our particular earth family. And sometimes, like, you don't. Like, you could feel like you're the black sheep, you're the odd one out, and there's a purpose for that. There's a reason for that. You are the original, and you're here to create some, you know, shifting of the programming, shifting of the ideas and the ways that your particular family lineage has seen things, done things, and passed them down generationally. You're here to create some type of change. You're bringing something new. And this is part of your purpose. This is your destiny. There's a reason for you being, you know, different and unique. And it's not something that's bad. Even though we feel like that sometimes. We have chant, hear me loud, hear me roar, for I am here in my truth. Oh, I love it. Yes. Stay in your truth. Be true to yourself. Be true to your heart. Be true to your vision. Your purpose. Why you're here. To your path. You know, your voice, which is your truth. This is our truth chakra, is our voice. The way that we express ourselves. The way that we accept who we are. We have the goddess. Make sure to feel it in your bones, for you are what you believe. You hear that? Let me say that again. Make sure to feel in your bones, for you are what you believe. Okay? Pay close attention to the way that you speak to yourself, the way you speak about yourself, because your soul, your cells, they hear everything, and they even hear your thoughts. So it's finding that place of self-acceptance of who you are and who you are meant to be and why you are here, and what makes you unique is what makes you special. Okay? And it's not special in a bad way. It is a beautiful offering that you have. There's reason for your uniqueness. There's something within you that you carry, that you hold. Your light, your vibration, your energy brings something new. There's a point for that, a purpose for your particular frequency and energy and light. You're here to bring something new that the earth, that your family lineage hasn't had before in their DNA structure, in their family lineage. There's something that needs to shift, and you bring that code with you into your family, into your work, into your environment, into your creations, everything that you're doing. So pay attention to the way that you communicate to yourself, and make sure that it's coming from your heart space. You know, the way that you see yourself, make sure you see yourself from a place of love and knowing that you yourself are part of the divine, and there's purpose for your creation, and that you chose everything about you, everything about your environment, your family, your body, your gifts, what you are here to experience, because there was something you wanted to learn, there was something you needed to heal, there was something you wanted to experience, and so you wanted to gather tools. And in order to do this, you have to kind of go in blind, and you have to figure it all out on your own. But the more you do that deep diving, and you go within, and you understand your fears and where they come from, and you listen to your heart and the pain that your heart experiences, and you learn to nurture it and comfort it, so that the heart and the mind, they become, you know, friends, they become supporters of one another. That's the healing and the mastering of the divine masculine and feminine, where they can become, you know, that equal partnership within, that balance within, where both feel supported, both feel like they have equal rulership and domain over, you know, their reality and the experience. And it's not coming from a place of negativity or fear in these lower vibrations. You keep evolving and growing and ascending those versions of yourself until both of them are on the same page, and both of them are, you know, the kings and queens within. And that is the ultimate goal, where you become, you know, unified within your own being. That is the process of ascension, is that complete enlightenment where both the masculine and feminine are healed within, and it's because they are working with one another to help each other heal. And that is what we want in all relationships. We want growth and companionship and love and support, you know, and you have to be able to do that for yourself. And the more you can do that, the more opportunities and blessings and synchronicities, and the more the spirit world connects more to you, because you become this like vessel of light and love and compassion, because you are whole within yourself. Fulfill your destiny as a cosmic change maker. Look at that. This is part of the reason for you being here. You're here to bring that change. Some of you may resonate as starseeds, because this is part of our mission. We came here to bring change, to create shifts. Okay, now you got a lot of these owl spirits, a lot of animal spirits, the nature spirits, forest spirits. So let's see which ones want to come through for you. These, I believe these are all animals, so you may resonate with some of these. Not all of them. This is, you know, a collective reading, so a lot of these messages, take what resonates for you. Don't try to force anything. And some of these guides that come through, if there's a specific one that's been working with you, then pay attention specifically to those messages, okay? So we have the owl spirit, soul search, access your intuition and trust your instincts as you seek deeper understanding. See, and that's our masculine and feminine. Use your wisdom, use your perspective. An owl is able to see into the dark, you know, and they can see in the light. They can turn their head in all these different, you know, in 300 and, I think it's, is it 360 degrees? They see in all directions, the outside and the inside, you know, and it's that deep perspective, knowing when to act, when to rest, you know, and holding and maintaining that balance. When to nurture, when to set healthy boundaries, when do I need to meditate and go within and get still and receive, and when is it time to act and create and move, you know. We have the hawk spirit. Wow, these are some big energies coming through. We have clear vision. Rise above any adversity and seek clarity as you ascend and achieve true greatness. Beautiful, beautiful. Trust in yourself. Trust in your ability to create this change. for yourself to achieve your goal, to rise into your destiny, into your soul purpose here, and use your, your intuition to see things with clear perspective here. See through the shadows, see through the illusion of, everything is meant to try and disempower you and take your power away, take your, your identity even, so that you don't stand in your truth, so you don't feel safe to be who you are. Everything is meant to disempower you. So it's empowering yourself, and it's charging yourself up, you know what I mean, so that you're a generator of light, and you wake up other individuals, you inspire other individuals, because you're not afraid to, be your truth and shine your truth, speak your truth. Because you know that you are being guided, and that you are safe, and that you are loved, that you are being protected, that this is your purpose, this is why you are here. Ooh, you got the mushroom spirit, the hidden wonder. Beauty often arises from surprising places, so find the hidden wonders in your life. It's seeing things from a different perspective. Those things that were hurtful and painful in the past, and it's being able to see, what was I learning from that? What strength have I gathered from those experiences? And because I went through this, what did I learn, to do and what not to do? Because this is a world of duality. We learn through contrast. That is the 3D. We learn through the black and white, and seeing things from one perspective, and knowing that there's the opposite of that perspective as well, and that both exist in this reality. And we're trying to extract lessons and understanding and perspective from this contrast, so that we can get to this contrast, to the opposite of that. We have to go through the experience of betrayal, and not having respect, and not feeling loved and appreciated, so that we know what it does feel like when somebody is offering that to us, when somebody is there, when we're having that experience of love. We truly know what love truly feels like by experiencing what neglect or abandonment would feel like. It's seeing, that everything has purpose and meaning, and there's meaning for that, and extracting the meaning from the experience to know what you are trying to gain by putting yourself in these positions to experience this, so that when you would know the opposite of it, you would learn the opposite of that, and know that that was something that was worth having, that's something to appreciate. Because people who are given it so freely and have it, daily, they don't necessarily appreciate the value of it until it's gone, until it's taken away, and then now they experience the opposite of it. So if you're experiencing this part of the spectrum, you will eventually need to attain the opposite end of the spectrum in order to have that complete process of learning and experience. Because this is a world of experience, and attaining wisdom through experience. We can't just sit it out. Although some people have chose that this lifetime, because maybe last lifetime it was very hard and very difficult, and they chose a lifetime of easiness, of slowness, or not having to do so much work, like their soul needed a break, and they just came to have one of those, simple life type things, which you can do that. And sometimes we choose to go through, all right, this time I want to go learn these lessons. We set ourselves up. We pick our teachers. We choose the people to have soul contracts with, where we play a bad guy, they play a good guy, or they play the bad guy and we play the good guy. Everybody has purpose and meaning, but everything comes from a place of love. It comes from Source Creator created everything, and everything has purpose and meaning. Everything in your life has purpose and meaning. Okay, we have the Toad Spirit with leap of faith. Jump in fearlessly, knowing that every small step counts towards your ultimate success. Beautiful. And you're being asked to just trust that you are being guided. Trust that everything in your life has purpose and meaning. and everything is leading you to your purpose, to your destiny, to your success, to your happiness, to opportunities. You're going through a process of transformation, pile number 1. We have the Badger Spirit. Look deeper. There are secrets and hidden treasures for you to discover beneath the surface. Keep going within, taking time out to listen to that feminine energy as well, because you are being guided to look deeper, to go within, to sit, be still, be silent, connect with Mother Nature, sit by the ocean, sit by some type of body of water that will also help you tap in and tune in to your intuition, to your guidance, to your guides, to your heart space. Help you step out of the mind and the mental realm so much and bring you into your heart so you can be centered and more focused and more balanced. And this will help you to continue to release anything that you may be holding on to. You know, it's a process of healing. It's not, you know, one and done, and it's not just this linear process either. Sometimes we may think that we have healed from some aspect of our journey, and only to have some memory resurface and a feeling resurface again. And then sometimes we can get angry at ourselves thinking like, I thought I had let this go. Why is this coming up for me again? And if we start talking negatively to ourselves, that still proves that we need more work, more understanding, more loving and nurturing energy, more goddess energy, more mother energy, because we shouldn't shame ourselves because we still have feelings that come to the surface. It's just saying that we need a little more healing in this area. We need to feel into it a little more. We need to release it a little bit more. You know, our heart is still holding on to something, or it still aches, it's still sad for some reason. And whatever it is, you don't even need to analyze it and question it. You just need to go, you know, at this moment I do feel sad about this again, so I'm going to allow myself to feel this through, allow it to move through me, allow myself to have this moment of grief or sadness, you know, whether it's for yourself and what you experienced, or for the grief that you hold in your heart about the loss of somebody, or that this even happened. Whatever it was, just allow yourself to feel into it and have that acceptance for your truth. You know, allow the energy to move through you, because it's a part of you. It's part of your experience as a human. And to feel makes you real, you know, that this was true for you, true for that version of yourself, and that it's okay to still have feelings about something that was so painful, okay? It's alright, pal number 1. Sending you a big hug and lots of love. But see the truth of who you are, okay? See into your heart space. Allow yourself to feel and shine your light and be true to who you are in there. And know that you deserve better. And because of your experience, you end up learning how to love yourself a little bit more. And the more you can keep going within and tuning into that mothering energy, the more safe, the more trusting you're going to feel, the more joyful you're going to feel, because you feel heard, you feel validated, you feel nurtured, because you yourself are becoming your own mother to yourself. You're mothering that version of you that felt alone or felt, you know, not good enough. Whatever the thought process, the programming that you have, the emotion of it is getting to the core of that emotion. And where there's a void, a lack of something, you fill it up with your love, with your attention, with your nurturing energy. You know, you start improving the soil within, your garden within. You start nurturing that soil so that you start planting new seeds of love and hope and inspiration and tenderness and kindness for yourself and appreciation for yourself. you're going to start seeing like new doors opening, because what you change within will be something that is reflected outside yourself in the world around you. Okay. All right, pile number 1. This is your final card. We have citrine with full of riches. I love that. Look at all this growth coming in. I feel like you're going to feel more confident with yourself. We have these rainbows, and they symbolize blessings. So blessings are going to be coming in for you. This beautiful growth is coming in. We have these eggs, something that you've been nurturing within. The more you nurture yourself, the more you're going to grow, and you're going to shine your light. You're going to feel more optimistic about life. You're going to feel more confident. You're going to have courage to shine, to be your true self, because you will have discovered your truth within, and you'll be able to be comfortable and confident and setting those boundaries for yourself and learning to be more tender, to be more, to encourage yourself more, to shine your light. And yeah, I feel like you're just going to be healing a lot about yourself and the way that you see yourself, and how you've allowed other people to dictate the way that you see your own beauty, your own uniqueness, and no longer needing anyone's approval but your own, and feeling more free, more excited about the journey going forward. All right, pile number 1, I'm going to go ahead and close your reading. If this reading resonated with you, I'd love to hear from you in the comments if you feel like sharing your story. Or if you don't know what to say, just let me know that pile number 1 resonated with you. Please like and subscribe. Sending y'all lots of love. Y'all take care and have a blessed day. Welcome to your reading, pile number 2. So these are your channeled messages from Source. And you were drawn to the rose quartz and the door of protection. And it says security, safety, shield, preserve, guard, and defense. So what Source Creator wants you to know, that right now you are being protected. You are being guided. You are safe, you are secure. I feel like there may have been some wounding to your heart space, maybe a type of betrayal, but I feel like you are being told that you are safe, that there's growth taking place, probably perhaps within your heart space. Maybe that wound is starting to heal, and you've been setting those healthy boundaries, learning to love yourself a little more. We're going to pause here because I want to get some more cards for you to clarify this door of protection, where you feel safe and secure, where your heart feels safe. This could be a love reading, so I'm not sure. All right, we're going to get a few tarot cards real quick, and then we'll pull some of your oracle cards as well. Pile number 2, please. Messages from Source. Pile number 2. Alright, let's do one more. Not too many. This one jumped. Okay. Alright, so these are the tarot. We'll read those in just a minute. Let's go ahead and pull your oracle cards. Pile number 2, please. Number 2. Messages for pile number 2. Pile number 2, please. Messages from Source. Wow, we keep getting 4. Some stability here. G4 spirits. Wow. take them. Alright, let's get one of these. This little crystal ally here. Okay, so these we're going to set over here to look at later. Let's take a look at your tarot. Oops. Keep turning these upside down. The Eight of Pentacles. Okay. So you have some achievement for your hard work. We have recovery. Yeah, from the Four of Swords. Something that's been difficult. We have the Queen of Pentacles. Ooh, nice. Okay. We have the Ace of Wands. Growth. Ace of Pentacles. Nice. And the Nine of Pentacles. Okay. Pile number 2. So there's something that you've been working on. I feel like you've been dedicating yourself to something. You've been putting a lot of time, a lot of hours into this. A lot of hard work. You're very dedicated, very committed to this job, this idea. Whatever it is that comes from your heart, you've been protecting it, you've been nurturing it, you've been growing it. And you're about to see some rewards come in for this passion, for all the hard work, for all the dedication and the commitment that you've been putting in towards growing this. There's some success coming your way. You're going to feel so grateful for it. Yeah, you've been working really, really hard. I feel like it comes from like the depths of your soul. It's this vision that you have. It's something that's very dear to your heart. Yeah, you may have spent a lot of time, a lot of hours, a lot of, just hard work and effort put into this idea, this heart passion, this desire that you have, that you've been waiting for. And it's going to bring you like a lot of prosperity and financial success. And it's going to be something that lasts you like lifetimes. It's almost like generational, wealth and security, stability, which is great because we have the door protection, security, safety, shield, preserve, guard, and defense. Yes, you are anchoring this in. It is guided. It is something that's going to offer you that stability and security that's long lasting. And it's meant for you. Okay, let's see what your oracle cards have to say. We have Winter, take care of your needs. Nice. We have Warrior, be fearless and stand strong. That's right. This is, something that's going to provide for a long time. Yep, you've been focusing on it. You've been listening to your intuition. You've been being guided. You've been nurturing it. You have the Oracle, wait for important information. Yeah, you've been listening to that intuition, like I said, and there's information that may be coming to you. This is you're being asked to go within, take some time out, reflect, receive guidance on the next steps to take moving forward. Yeah, this is a shift in the wheel here, a shift in direction, something new, choose your path. Okay, so you may be contemplating on what is the next move. Where should you be applying your energy? Should you be resting? and, you know, or where to take it moving forward. And I feel like Spirit Source is telling you to connect and go within and listen so that you can receive guidance on the path moving forward here. Yeah, I feel like there's maybe some of you have like a workaholic energy and you're being asked to slow down a little bit. Take what resonates for you, because there's a couple messages coming through the cards here. We have to take care of your needs, wait, listen for important information, be fearless and strong, and choose your path. So I feel like there is an energy of waiting and pausing here before moving forward, to step out of this workaholic energy of being driven so hard to create this foundation of security. And there may be something that you are overlooking, and so you're being asked to pause, to reflect. Trust that everything's going to work out as you take time to tend to these needs, to go within. Everything is protected. This foundation is protected, but there's something that Spirit wants to give you some advice, and it requires you to pause, to reflect, to go within, to make some shifts. There's something that needs to be shifted. A perspective or a goal or the direction. I already said direction. Maybe there's something that you didn't quite think of, and Spirit wants to give you this this idea or give you this reference. Whatever it is, there's some information that's missing, and something that's been overlooked or you haven't thought of. So take some time to reflect, to go within before moving forward so that you can make a more conscious, aware choice. Oh, you got Pegasus. Break free, dear one. Spread wide and far, for you aren't containable. You are limitless. Okay. Yeah, maybe you are limiting yourself by a certain perspective or idea that you have, or limiting the path that this business can take you. Maybe it's too limited, and there's more ways that you can expand this idea, this passion of yours. So in order to receive that information, you need to take some time out to ground, to spend time in Mother Nature and meditate, go within and ask your guides, what is it that needs to be seen? We have listen in stillness, you meet your true self. Exactly. Take time to go within and make sure that you're not doing something, from the ego or from the mind, and exerting your body or limiting your potential in any kind of way. You'll know when you go within, and we have the universe coming through. It's the source coming right here into your reading here, saying listen to your intuition and be guided. There's some new information that's trying to come into your awareness, into your perspective, into your sight here. Something maybe you haven't seen yet, but it is something that this is divinely guided. This is source here coming to you right now saying, I need to give you a message. You need to deliver something. And look, we have your great wave awaits. Yeah, you may be limiting this idea, this vision that you have. Source always has a better plan for us than we can even conceive of for ourselves. And we sometimes can limit our range of abilities to receive, or our abilities to have happiness and have the best life experience that we can think of. But Source has a better one planned out for us. And we're we're humans, and so we have a limited perspective of things. We can only see so far into our potential future reality and try to manifest that for ourselves. And we can try to get on that particular frequency and timeline. But if it's not like aligned with our destiny, sorry, the dogs are barking at the peacock. So what I was saying, that if our goal for ourselves isn't aligned with our destiny, then we could potentially be putting up a roadblock for ourselves of what is meant to be in our lives, what we were meant to receive, and the path we're meant to walk on. So just make sure that you are opening yourself up to receive, the possibilities of things that are meant for you to come into your life, and to step into the energies of, giving and receiving and finding that balance. But definitely tuning within and listening to the guidance that's being offered up to you right now, that's going to help you manifest this beautiful foundation of security for yourself. Long-lasting security. We have Starseed. Okay. So this idea, it's something that's written in the stars, it's part of your contract, your soul contract, why you were here, your destiny. So Spirit wants to communicate to you something that's going to lead you to your destiny, to your great way, it's like that, your highest joy. So you're being guided to your highest joy on the path at the moment, and Spirit wants you to take time out to reflect and to listen, to hear what is being offered to you, where you're being guided right now, what choice that needs to be made, what shifts need to be made to get you on that path, on your highest timeline. We have the squirrel, fast moves. Gather your resources to navigate different conditions and find creative solutions. Okay. So like I was saying, there's some shifts coming in for you. And this is saying fast move. It's a fast move. So there's some like fast-paced energy. And I feel like, you're being asked to slow the energy down a little bit, to go within before making a choice, before making the next step moving forward. There's something that's being offered up to you. Some information is coming in, and you need to be open and still and reflective in order to hear this information, to hear this guidance, to hear the solution. Okay? We have the nature spirit with divine nature. Your love and wisdom help you overcome your limitations and reach a higher level. Okay, so spending time in Mother Nature is going to help you feel more grounded, more centered, more in tune. Working with nature helps us to slow our energies down so that we can be in a more of a reflective, receiving state. We have to rest the mind. We have to calm the mind so that we can, it's really wild to explain this. So we are trying to increase our vibration, and in order to increase our vibration, we have to slow the physical body down. We have to slow the mind down. And so it's slowing the physical down so that we can raise in our spiritual awareness. And when we slow the body down, we get the body still, we rest, it slows the mind down. The mind comes into a place of stillness because the body's engaged, the senses are engaged. We're more in a reflective wait and receive energy versus the active mode of getting up and working and doing and moving. That takes us out of the stillness. And so when we get in nature, nature helps us slow the energy down because then we're more in tune with the subtle energies and vibrations. So spending time in Mother Nature is going to help you get in tune, get into balance and connect more with Source Creator, with your true self, your higher self. We have the hummingbird spirit, happiness. As you buzz through life, remember to enjoy the good times and live your joy. Exactly. You're being asked to enjoy life a little bit more. I feel like you've been in that energy of go and do and provide, and it's time to settle down a little bit. Not as in like stop working, but as in calm that mind down and get more centered into your heart and into your body, and enjoy life more. Take time to be reflective and maybe to process even how far you've come, how far you've been journeying, and is there any choices that need to be made? Is there anything I need to let go of? Is there any course corrections? Is there, any information that needs to come into me before moving forward? We have magic pixies, kindred spirits. You create lasting connections with deep understanding that transcends time and space. Let's see. I'm going to do another one. We'll see if this one comes in some other time. We have water elemental purification. Dive deep into your emotions, finding healing and renewal in depths of your being. Okay, so with the kindred spirits coming out with the purification, I feel like this is getting your heart and mind in sync with one another, so that the mind isn't telling you that you need to work hard, keep pushing, keep doing. We're only going to achieve the success if we work hard at it, right? And to a degree, yes, that is true. But it's not at the detriment of your own health and well-being and happiness. It's making sure that you take time out to connect to your heart, so that you enjoy life, so that you rest, that you take time to enjoy your accomplishments, to, take a look at the view even to see how far you've come. It's doing like a life review, congratulating yourself and seeing the progress and all the steps that you've taken, and this is that balance of heart and mind energy, masculine and feminine energy, where it's okay to pause, it's okay to take a rest and not feel guilty or shame because you've come so far and you work so hard, all right? And it's having that balance and that loving understanding and compassion for yourself. And when you take this time out to rest, that is the best thing you can do for yourself, because if you're working so hard to provide this future for others, when you take that time out to reflect and nurture your own needs, that's just going to benefit everybody. And it's also showing yourself that you appreciate and love yourself for everything that you do and provide for others. Where are you providing that for yourself? Are you giving yourself that same type of love and appreciation and effort and hard work into having that relationship with your own being, appreciating that body for the hard work that it does, for, getting up every day, even when you're tired and, you ignore how you feel. You need to appreciate yourself more. Make sure that you take time to nurture your body, appreciate your body, listen to your emotions and how you feel. Yep, see, the peacock agrees. When you have the raccoon spirit, potential, delve into the unknown, for it is through uncertainty that you often uncover your true gifts. So there's a hidden potential within, and you will discover it the more that you tune in to your heart space, and give your inner child some fun time, some free time, some exploring time, because our inner child wants to be expressed and entertained as well. They don't want to just be silenced and ignored and feel like they have no voice, no value, no part to play in your life. It's that creative spark. It's your enjoyment, your excitement, the happiness about being alive. It's part of your divinity, your soul, who you are. And there's something that your soul, your spirit, your inner child wants to communicate to you. Alright, and your crystal card is Lapis Lazuli, Step Up to Sovereignty. Having that healthy relationship with yourself, standing up for your truth, and appreciating your harvest. You know, you've done so much work, and it's time for you to feel comfortable and, you know, relaxed, and allowing yourself to rest and to take stock of how far you've come. Like I said, there's something that needs to be, you know, revealed to you, something that's coming from within, and it could be from your inner child, you know, wanting you to just enjoy life, to take care of yourself some, to do something that makes you feel good, that makes you feel happy. Because you already have this, you've already secured like stability, you've already secured financial success, but there's something that you may feel is missing, and it's like your own happiness and your own ability to take time out to receive the blessings that are trying to come in. And there's some message that Source wants to give you, so make sure that you are taking that time out to receive, to rest, to tune in, because that's when the messages will be revealed for you. Alright? Okay, pile number 2, I'm going to end your reading here. Thank you all so much for being here with me today. If this reading resonated with you, I would love to hear from you in the comments. If you feel like sharing your story, or if you don't know what to say, just let me know that pile number 2 is your reading. Please like and subscribe if these are your vibes. Sending you lots of love. Y'all take care and have a blessed day. Welcome to your reading, pile number 3. These are your channeled messages from Source. Any information that wants to come through for you on the path today. And you were drawn to the Jasper star, as well as the door of discovery. And it says exploration, uncovering, learning, insight, and enlightenment. Ooh. So there's something new on the path for you, something new to be discovered. Before I go further, I'm going to go ahead and pull your cards. Let's see what Source wants you to know. So we'll get a few tarot, and then we're going to pull some oracle cards as well. Pile number 3, please. Information the Source has. Whoa. Okay, so these are the tarot. This one wants to come out as well. Let's get to the oracle cards. Pile number 3, messages from Source. For pile number 3, please. Jumpy. Number 3, please. Get a few forest spirits. That one fell on the floor. Let's see. There. crystal ally. Wow. Okay, 3 crystal allies. Okay, I'm going to set these over here. And let's take a look at your tarot. We have the moon. Okay, so we have illumination. 7 of cups. Okay. The King of Pentacles. 7 of Swords. The Queen of Cups. And the 4 of Pentacles. Okay. Let me check the king. Okay. So I feel like for you, pile number 3, is we have the moon card coming out, and it says illusion. I feel like there's something that's about to be revealed to you. And you're someone who has the ability to understand other perspectives and to see things from 2 different sides. And I feel like you are somebody who's very committed and devoted, but I feel like you may feel like you, for some reason, are undeserving, or like there's a sense of lack in some way, or fear that you're not good enough. And that you don't deserve like happiness. I feel like you're very empathic to others, but there's something that you're holding on to, or the way that you see yourself, that needs to shift. There's something within that you, a belief set that you have, a way that you see yourself, because you have like all of the tools, you have the energy, you have the willpower to create what it is that you want, that you need, and you're able to be very empathetic and understanding towards others. But I feel like you forget to do that for yourself. Like you forget to nurture yourself, provide for yourself, give to yourself, allow yourself a break, or to pour into your own cup to receive. And I feel like you, and that's creating a sense of lack within your own being. Like you're very good at helping others and working with others, but there's something within your belief system, something in your ego and your illusion and your programming that has prevented you from receiving, from you yourself being able to have your own cup full. Ooh. Yeah, and we have the door of discovery, uncovering, learning, enlightenment. There's something that's going to be being revealed to you. The way that you receive, the way that you provide for yourself, for your own needs, the way that you connect to your wants, how you nurture yourself. I feel like there's a part of you that forgets that you can provide and give to others, but you forget about yourself. And I feel like you're on a path of self-discovery, of learning your own needs and what makes you feel safe, what makes you feel secure, what makes you feel loved. And you're a very sensitive person. I feel like you're definitely able to understand other people's needs, but like I was saying, I feel like you forget that you have needs too, and that they matter just as much. Alright, let me see. We have wait for important information. Nation. Okay, this one came out in the other pile, pile number 2. And some of these are kind of relating to one another. So you may have come over from pile number 1 or pile number 2. Pile number 2 had this card. So if you felt drawn to any of those, I'm not saying that you must. We have Angel Guardian. Trust your instincts. Okay. So you're being asked, and we have trust coming out twice here, to listen to your heart, to go within, be still, rest, receive, and know that you too are worthy and deserving. There's something about to be revealed to you as well. We have embodiment. Now, unsown from the flesh, a most alluring lullaby stills my pain as the skies bleed for my heart and the embodiment I am to claim. Look at this individual. So we have this woman here who's very wise, in her human years. And we have these beautiful mushrooms, and that is about, wisdom here. Embodying your own wisdom. So sometimes, it's easier for us to guide and teach others than it is for us to, actually apply that to ourselves. A lot of people, can tell others, oh, you need to love yourself, you need to take care of yourself more and take care of yourself better. And it's the same advice that we should be offering ourselves, and there's a reason why it's coming through us, and it's for us to hear. And sometimes we don't even hear ourselves, but they are messages for you as well. And you are a channel, a receiver of that information, because it is something you yourself should be embodying and receiving as well. It's finding that healthy balance within and being more sensitive to your own needs and filling your own cup and feeling safe and comfortable in doing that, because it's easier to give it to others and to tell others than it is to do it for yourself. And I feel like that is what your reading is about filling your own cup and discovering where you have needs that are unfulfilled. Allow your work to become your art. Okay. It is, you have the phoenix rises into joyful abundance. It's beautiful. You're just as worthy as everyone else, and I feel like you are coming to the place where maybe you're starting to see yourself and appreciate yourself more and become more in tune with the inner realms, connecting more to your inner self, your divine self. And you're being asked to step into a new role, into a new version of yourself that is open, receptive, receiving as much as they give, seeing things from both sides, are you somebody when, let's say, you can buy your friend lunch and the following week, you and your friend are out and they want to buy you lunch. Are you easily open and receptive of your friend, like doing something kindly for you? Or do you feel awkward and, it feels uncomfortable for you to receive a blessing in return, How are you at receiving? Notice your energy, notice your insecurities. How do you allow yourself to reveal, and what energies come up, what feelings and emotions come up when somebody's offering you something? Do you openly receive with gratitude, or do you try to reject it? Befriend your fear monster. Yeah. train yourself to be comfortable in the receiving energy, and understand where the fear comes from, where the fear of lack comes from, where the fear of unworthiness or unlovable or abandoned. That's the other one. Thank you. And understand where they come from and the source of them, and become that understanding, empathic person for yourself, for your inner child, so that they're no longer in a place of pain. They can heal and know their worth and know that they are valued and loved and seen and acknowledged and appreciated. And we have see through the perfectly purple lens of your galactic destiny. And I feel like this is shifting your perspective. See things from a different point of view, and you already have the Queen of Cups here, and she's very empathic. She is able to see things from different sides. And we have the Seven of Swords, and understanding that sometimes things do have a double edge to them. And it's like sometimes the pain serves us in some way. It teaches us lessons. It strengthens us, and it is meant to, empower us to overcome, to become stronger. To change what we see, and what we experience, and to take what we are given and make something better from it. Okay, what else we have? Your 11-year-old self. Yeah. Okay. Offer your love, your wisdom, your support to the version of yourself that is still experiencing lack or fear in any kind of way, or feelings of not being good enough. That is where the source of the pain, and that's what needs your love, your attention, your friendship, your mothering, nurturing energy, your own love. So some of you may have had an incident or an experience when you were 11 years old. Well, that's so funny. This is 111, 111-year-old self. And me, I was reading the 11-year-old self, so that came through for a reason, though some of you had something happen around 11 years old, and it made you feel in some type of way that you weren't good enough. And so now with the 111-year-old self, this is the wisdom, the future you coming to offer you wisdom, to offer you love, to show you that there is always a choice, that you always have a choice, and you can decide how you see things. You can decide what you believe. You can decide what you see as valuable to you in the world. What is success to you? It doesn't have to be what society's standards are. You set your own standards. You can set your own boundaries and relationship expectations, those types of things. That's all within your control. You have the right to choose for yourself. You can choose who's allowed to be in your life. You can choose what job you want to do. You can choose the direction you want to move towards. All those things. You need to empower yourself with those understandings that you can make a choice every day to do and live your life the way you want to, according to your own belief systems. You are your own boss. You know what I mean? Like, this is your life. You don't need to be living it for anybody else but yourself, and it does feel good to have, friendship and partnership along the way. But if they're not, seeing your worth and value and encouraging you and like wanting to be your ally, your friend, journeying together, supporting one another, uplifting and inspiring each other, encouraging one another, then, you don't really need to worry about their perspective. need to worry about their approval or disapproval of your choices and actions. You know what I mean? Like, it's really deciding who is worthy of you, and flipping that script and seeing things from the other side. You are the one who's worthy and deserving. It is you who now chooses who's worthy and deserving of your kind heart, of your soul, of your generous nature, of your empathy, of your love, See things from that point of view. Ooh, and you have the hawk spirit come out. Clear vision, rise above any adversity, and seek clarity as you ascend and achieve true greatness. See things from a higher perspective. Let go of anything of the past that made you feel like you weren't good enough, and see the truth. See the truth. See who you really are. Wow. And this one came out in pile number 1, and this one, I think, came out in pile number 1 too. So we have the squirrel spirit with fast moves. Gather your resources to navigate different conditions and find creative solutions. And this, everything that you've experienced has given you, experience. It's taught you a lot. It's taught you who is a friend and who is not a friend, who's an ally and who's not supportive, and to recognize those energies, recognize that energy within a soul, and know that that's not part of my soul family. They're not part of my path moving forward. I don't need to worry about them and what they think about me. I'm not here for them. I'm here for me and my purpose and my journey and my experience. And I don't need their approval. I don't need them to tell me I'm good enough or what I'm doing is right and and is validated by their approval. You know what I mean? Okay, yes, you can live your life happy and being true to yourself. Yes, I approve of you doing that. Like really? Like, I know sometimes, all kids, they want their parents to be proud of them and to approve of their life, but there's a purpose and a meaning for your experience and what you're here to do. And sometimes it's not going to meet everybody's standards, and some people may question your motives and your actions and not understand them. But when you listen to your heart and you're guided by source, and you know that this is what you are meant to be doing, and you feel it to the core of your being, don't let anybody deter you from doing that. It's not hurting anybody. It's here to serve others, and to bring in this beautiful light. And the more you listen to your truth and your heart, the more you're going to connect to your true self, your divine self. Trust your instincts, trust your heart, embody your higher self, and embody your mission, your truth. We have the air elemental with aspirations. Let go of your worries and soar to new heights, harnessing the boundless power of your will. I love it. Time for you to move forward. Step into who you really are. We have the forest spirit warrior. Gather courage to confront issues you need to resolve so that you can move forward. I love that. Step into your warrior for your inner child, for your younger self, the version of you who didn't feel good enough, and empower that version of yourself to be able to step into your truth, to what it is you're here to manifest and bring forward, because you have such a generous heart, and you're very compassionate and empathic, which is why your inner child felt so wounded, because you just want to feel the love that you give. And so now it's time for you to love yourself, empower yourself, warrior up, and step onto this new path and see your truth, see yourself for who you really are. Oh, look, and you got the unicorn. Yes, you are unique. You are beautiful. It says breathe into your trueness with lepidolite. I love that you have the unicorn. You are rare. You are hard to find. Ooh, my heart just opened for you, pile number 3. You're a rare soul, and people should be very much appreciative of the love and the light that you give to others. You have a beautiful heart, pile number 3. Feel in order to know. Yeah, and Sugilite is a crystal that helps us to heal the inner child, to understand our truth, to feel into ourselves, to understand where our pain comes from, and to nurture ourselves through that fear, through that loss that we felt as a child, and to liberate our child from having to continue to feel that way by you understanding and comforting your own inner child, comforting yourself and saying it's okay, that was painful and that was sad or that was traumatic, and I'm so sorry you had to experience that. I'm here for you. I support you. I'm listening to you. I'm never going to leave you alone. You are good enough. You are worthy enough. Whatever it is that you needed to hear in those moments, tell it to yourself. Comfort yourself. Love yourself. Okay? And then we have turquoise with find your way home. I love it. This is you coming home to yourself, healing yourself, coming into your truth, shining your light, feeling more confident in yourself, becoming your own parent. This is the mother and the father attending to the children, heart and mind coming in sync with one another into your heart space where you feel safe, you feel secure, you feel validated, you feel appreciated. So you are coming onto the path of self-discovery, learning yourself, going within, exploring, areas of the mind and the areas of the heart that need your attention. They need your healing. They need your guidance, your wisdom, your love, so that you can feel more enlightened because you've taken the time to go within to shine your heart light on the areas of you that may feel, left out in the cold. Go within, hide yourself, love yourself, tend to that soil, and heal yourself, pile number 3. Get to know yourself a little bit better. Know your rareness. Know that you are unique. You have a beautiful, bright heart and a big, beautiful future waiting for you. Okay? All right, pile number 3. This was your reading. Thank you so much for being here with me today. If this reading resonated with you, I'd love to hear from you in the comments if you feel like sharing your story. Or if you don't know what to say, just let me know pile number 3 resonated with you. Please like and subscribe to my channel. Thank you all so much for supporting me and helping me grow this sacred space. I'm sending y'all lots of love. Y'all take care and have a blessed day.